Welcome to Fireside Chats with Wise on Home Inspections. I'm Trish, and I'll be your host for the next few minutes while you enjoy a cup of coffee. I'll do my best to make sure this mini presentation is over before you're done. Over the series, we will go over items that will stand out during a showing, and some items that may only come up because of the home inspection. These are higher cost items which may impact the home's affordability. Having a few of these items in the same property may put your buyer in a financial situation they can't handle. So knowing that up front allows you and your buyer to be prepared in advance. Let's talk plumbing. Houses in the Okanagan have either copper supply lines, as seen in the photo on the left, PEX supply lines, which can be white, red, blue, or clear plastic, polybutylene, what we call poly-B, or in a few cases, Kitec. We're only going to talk more about poly-B and Kitec as they are unique situations. Poly-B was used in the majority of Kelowna homes that were built in the 80s and the early 90s. This product was subject to a class action lawsuit in the US due to the early failure rates and leaking. Insurance companies, therefore, need to know if a home has poly-B supply lines and whether or not the fittings are copper or plastic. Plastic fittings have a higher failure rate. Some buyers are more concerned about this type of plumbing than others, but all need to make sure they know of the insurance implications or changes to their homeowner policy. You can easily identify poly-B by its gray coloring. When we talk about poly-B with copper, we're referring to the fittings that connect the two pieces of pipe. In both of the photos, you can see that the connectors and elbows are copper. The photo on the right shows that some of the poly-B has been replaced with PEX, the white tubing at the bottom of the photo. Poly-B with plastic looks a bit different. There is some confusion around this as a lot of people see the copper O-ring and think that this installation has copper fittings. But both copper and plastic installations used a copper O-ring, so you have to look at the connector piece. In both photos, you can see that the elbows are the same color as the tubing. These are plastic fittings. It's an important distinction for the insurance company. Kitec is not found very often in Kelowna, but it is here, and I've mostly seen it in condo buildings. Similar to poly-B, it can fail prematurely, and there is a class action lawsuit that has been settled. Used between 1995 and 2007, it can be identified by its distinctive orange and turquoise colors. It does not appear to be an issue with insurance at this point in time, but buyers coming from Eastern Canada may be more concerned about it because they've had more issues with it out there. One thing to note is that the connection fittings for it are expensive, so if renovations are planned, it's something to discuss with a plumber. We'll talk briefly about hot water tanks. This, again, is an insurance item. They like the tanks to be no more than 10 years old, and although electric tanks last longer, insurance companies don't seem to care and lump them all together at the 10-year mark. Again, it's a budget thing. If the insurance company forces the issue, your buyer needs to have the budget to replace it, even if it's still in good working order. Well, that's it for today. I hope you found it helpful and informative. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or want to chat, please reach out. See you next time.